Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower. It's going from the 30th through to the 6th of October, which is a new format. So it will be time stamped below. If you want the tarot reading with the messages from the petals, you can go straight to it. We're going to be first off going through the energies of what's going on and how it's affecting the elements within your Astroflower. It will help you to focalize on which aspects of your life are working well and which aspects may not be working so well. So it will take a lot of the surprises out of life, so it allow you to really sort of concentrate on how you manifest your sort of future. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get into this and see what's going on with the sun. So here we have the sun. Let me just open up the Astroflower here. Here we have the sun over the last week. You see these white spots here. These are what we call sunspots. This is where we get fire and air energy when they erupt in our direction. And then also you can see these dark patches, which are called coronal holes. They get developed from the filament energies, which break down. And we can see these filament energies here, which is water. The coronal holes, by the way, are earth energies. The filament energies here are sort of water energies, your energies, because you're pure water. And that's the main two features really on the sun and the energies that's coming through from the earth. But I think personally, the main element that is going to be affecting people this week is air energy. And there is a reason I was saying this, because someone asked me about, Tanya asked me about why was I saying air energy. And the reason being is we need to look at what is going on with the sun in that respect over the past sort of week and how the energies have been coming through. As you can well see here, and if you want to know more about the energies that are coming from the earth and how it affects our chakras, our auras, or the messages from the earth, please do go and see our energy updates. As you can see here, above here is the X-ray flux, and you can see that it's gradually getting a little bit more intense as we go forward. And what that's creating is this static electricity at the moment, which is really good for creating, really good for advancing things in life. But it can create a little bit of frustration if we go too quickly. We tend to get out of sync quite easily. So just need to be attentive to that and a very sort of in the world that is around you. And below that, you get the KP index. Now, the KP index is a study of the magnetic field of the earth, as it were, and how it's interacting with the energies that are coming into the earth. The prana or ki energy that we talk about, or the ancients have talked about for many, many times, many millennia. And as you can well see, it's been mainly green, and it has been mainly green for a long time. There hasn't been major inputs from the energies in that respect, but you have had a few blips here, but that comes from the M flare, which we went into on the energy update. So I think the air energy is going to be one of the major components that is driving force. Now, air energy, if you think about static electricity, it's very mental. It's within the air. It's very can be very explosive. Like everybody's mind can be very explosive. And using that sort of third eye to combine a lot of different aspects, because manifestation is not just about the vision that you have in your interior or telling you that you're going to make it. There's also the physical, the earth aspect of life. There's also the passions of life with the fire and the emotions of the water as well. And that gets combined within the third eye in order to give us a clear vision of where we should be going in regards to the energies. Let's just have a look and bring up now your Astroflower with all its elements on it. So as I said, we'll be looking for mainly air and water combinations. And as you can see, you're a pure water sign, and you do have a lot of water within you. You have that cardinal water here that comes in from Capricorn, just here on your karmic path. But there's a lot of combination of fire and water within you. So you may have your emotions tried a little bit by the passions. And this is where, because there is no real no real connections between air and water within your sign, apart from this one petal down here, which is your connection to the universe in regards to your financial, your job, your business, and your projects. And it's mutable energies. So it's seeing how things fit, seeing how you connect with people, seeing how you network with people, connecting with people, being very open to opportunities, I think is really important for you in this coming week. But with this, as I said, you've got this air energy that comes down there, which comes down from Aquarius, which converts into water on your base. So basically, it's having defined, try and have defined emotional directions for your relationship side, and then being able to convert those emotions into mental stimulation. So I want to experience a good relationship with someone, but I also want it to be able to stimulate me sort of mentally as well. So you're going to be looking at sort of enjoying sort of funny sides of life, or enjoying the way you're doing things. So actually creating a home, or going on missions together with your partner and so forth. I would look into that sort of thing. It seems to be sort of a driving force that is within you more than anything else. But very interesting petal. I think it's going to be sort of a very yin-yang effect for you, Pisces, in this coming week in regards to your elements, simply because you don't have a lot of air-water connections. And it was almost as if like you're observing the world around you rather than being completely in the thick of it, as it were. So without further ado, let's get into your Astroflower and get the messages from the Astroflower and get the tarot reading as well. So without further ado, let's just see what's going on with your overall energies here. It's definitely playing into this fixed air here, and I think there's a way that emotionally you want life or your relationships to be in a particular way. So I want to sing a lot with my partner. I want to go out. I want to, go to concerts or theatres or whatever, or sports events. Emotionally, I want to engage in life with, with my partner. And here is in the future is sort of saying, how do I go about that? What is the process that I put into place, or what sort of environment that I'd want to create, and in a very logical way of how I actually express and get those emotions out there. On your financial side, there's a lot coming in from down here. A lot coming in from the karmic path. And the connection to the universe. In your karmic path here, you've got those two cardinal energies, with cardinal water and cardinal fire. That makes you incredibly passionate about what you're doing. And I think this passion is really taking hold within your life on your financial side. The thing is with that is you do need to be wary that those emotions don't overboil and start flaring up on your karmic path. Because if they do, it will stop you from advancing. And I think it ties into that sort of energy of the connection with the world around you. And this is where I think you need to be supple with the world around you in the financial world. And you get the Devil card. The Devil is in the detail within you. And I think this is where you're very sensitive at the moment, and this is what I was talking about with this energy here that comes from the water into the air from Aquarius. I think you could be very sensitive this week to people that just are not genuine, or not within, are not really looking after your best interests on your relationship side. I think that's the sort of way it sort of comes out here, and seeing how you can convert your emotions into reality in a very logical sort of sense. So being very wary of the people that are around you may be it's a driving force within you. And on your financial side here, the Devil's in the detail, as in regards to you got to be wary about not allowing your emotions to destroy your karmic path. destroy your dreams and your aspirations in life. Yes, go after them. Be very clinical when you go after them, but at the same time, understand that some paths may seem brilliant and a great opportunity, but they may be illusions as well. And this is where you got to play within that energy on the connection with the universe. Let's just see what's going on your relationship side. So here's the karmic path here. It plays out really nicely here, and it's got a lot of determination as well, with that fixed fire and fixed air, water that is in your side. I'll tell you what, let's just bring up, let's bring up the your Astroflower, so you can see the elements at the same time here. That's it, just there. Is that it? Yes, it is just there. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the new technique. Let me just bring up the Astroflower so you can see this. So there is this determination that's going on here, and I think you have that determination on your karmic path to, I want to experience this. It drives my passions within life and my emotions, and it's very clear for you about what you want. And it's the karmic path seems to be that it has a lot of power and a lot of force on your connection to the universe or the world that is around you. Well, it gives you got the mutable fire and the mutable water. Obviously, the water's coming from you, and this is where you're sensitive, I think, a little bit, which just need to be a little bit wary about being triggered more than anything else. And I think that's where you'll see the devil card that comes out a lot more. So just be wary about that. In the universe, in the past self, the past self is very solid. It's pushing outwards, but not majorly. It's pushing outwards in the regards of kind of going, I've decided this, I want to have this in my life, and I'm standing true and solid to it. In your future self, there's a lot of fire going on there. Just be wary of getting involved in conflict and that sort of thing, because you've got that cardinal fire that comes up through you there, and that may try a little bit that mutable, that fixed air that is within you. So there's a lot of passions there for what you want out of life. So I'd just be a little bit wary of that, Not and the message I get here straight out of the top there is not all that glitters is gold. So let's just see what's going on. Let's pull a few cards here on your karmic path here. Sunshine, happiness. Yeah, I think this is very clear for you. I think it's going to shine a light on you as well in regards to how you deal with the world around you, or how you go about living your life. And your happiness should be a driving force for you. And you've got those two fixed energies there on the karmic path. And I think it's very, very clear for you that this is what makes me happy and this is what doesn't make me happy, sort of scenario. On the outside, on the connection to the universe, you get the Lovers card. Yeah, there is, I think this is, as I said, how do you convert your happy times into reality, making it very logical. I think this is where, within the mutable world around you, you're looking for alignment with the person that you're with. And when you look for that alignment, you can see the good and bad, not only in yourself, but everybody is around you. And it's going to make it very blatantly clear for you where your happiness lies. In your past self, you have the Six of Swords. This is what I was, this is where the whole sort of thing about understanding of, this devil card of the illusions in life that sometimes people can present to us. I think you've been through that recently. You might have had difficulties within relationships, and you're moving away from that because you've made a decision to go forth and start actually enjoying your life of how you want to enjoy it. And in your future self, you get the King of Swords. Very prevalent within air signs, water signs, at the moment. This is about judgment, clarity, sort of wisdom as well. You're following the path which you should be going down, which is your happiness. And this is where I think with your judgment and your clarity, and this is where you've got to be wary about getting into conflicts a little bit, because I think you've got reason. I think that I think you've got the truth. I think, if someone is trying to sort of dupe you in the world, they're not going to get away with it here, Pisces. You're really working to your strengths in a most beautiful way, being absolutely clear with yourself. And I wouldn't take any, I wouldn't take any crap from anyone, basically. Yeah, not all that glitters is gold. When you recognize that not all that glitters is gold, and you may be fooling yourself sometimes about someone that is around you or relationships that are around you. Once you realize that and you sort of kind of take in that sort of idea that not all that glitters is gold, you'll realize the part that is giving you the good stuff, that's making you happy, is where you should be putting your energies, your love, your emotions into. And that's where the clarity comes in with the King of Swords. And this is what creates that happiness after difficulty, because ultimately you've got a beautiful relationship scenario going on for you within your life, because I think you're taking control of the situation. You're taking control of your relationships and your emotional sort of connections with others that are around you in a really, really beautiful way. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. On your karmic path here, this is also very fiery energy, like you had on your relationship side, but it is playing into the past. It's as if there's something that you're very passionate about that you want to complete, you want to see manifest within your life, and it's on your karmic path to bring that to the fore. On your connection to the universe and the relationships that are around you. Oh, this is really nice. As I said, you've got to be open to ideas and so forth that comes in around you, in coincidences and synchronicities. But the universal energy here on your Astroflower, it goes straight up, and it's like the universe is sort of saying, we're going for quality rather than quantity here. If you really want to go after this pathway here, the universe is only going to bring people into your life that work for you. And just being ready to seize upon that opportunity is really important. On your past self, your past self plays into this. I think it's like once burned, twice, once scorned, twice. What is it? Once burned, twice warned, or whatever it is. You know the phrase. You tell me in the description, in the comments below, obviously. But this is like when you sort of like you've been through something and you're not going to go back through it in a way. In your future self, this has got a lot of beautiful energy, very vibrant. There's a good opportunity coming through for you, Pisces. A really good opportunity. And what's the messages that are coming out for this week here? It's sort of saying don't hold back. When the door is open, go for it. It's like you've been planning for something for a long time, and this could be for a job, business, or project, and all of a sudden the opportunity strikes, and it's now, and strike while the iron's hot. That's the sort of message that sort of comes out from it. Let's just see what's going on your karmic path. You have the Nine of Swords, and this is what I was talking about, and about trying to go too quickly. So, take 2 breaths before you do anything, because it may create frustrations for you. You know where you want to go. The door may not be open because you're not waiting for that coincidence that's happening around you, or that connection in your networking, in order to open that door. So you need to be a little bit wary of that on your karmic path here. It's trying you a lot. On your connection to the world that is around you, yes, you get the moon. I think this is a surprising opportunity that comes into you, that's brought in by someone on the outside. Let's just say you're trying to open up a shop selling jewelry, and you're not really totally happy with your suppliers of your jewelry that you're getting, and then you meet someone who has a partner who makes jewelry, And then all of a sudden, you know your supplier now. You know the person that you should be getting. And it does come up like a surprise sort of scenario, but it allows you to, you've got to seize on an opportunity that turns up a little bit out of the blue more than anything else. So on your past self, you get the Page of Swords. Yeah, I think you've understood a lot of things in the past that may not have worked for you. It's now an idea of, how do I convert these ideas into reality? And as we can see here, you've got that cardinal earth that's going up through here from coming in from Capricorn. And then you've got nothing but mutables on this sort of side of it, with your mutable water of your good self and mutable air that comes in from Sagittarius. And that allows you to sort of like stimulate that idea of, okay, it may not have worked in the past, but if I change this and this and this, let's see how that works in the future. And once you start combining it with this opportunity that comes from the outside, which is this card here, this is where you're going to get the great results. Queen of Pentacles. This is like Queen of Pentacles is a Capricorn card here. So it's obviously this cardinal energy that's taking you in a particular direction, in a very physical direction. And it could be an opportunity that may allow you to develop your business because of a connection that you make with someone, or a job offer that happens in your life, because you spoke to someone who's told you about that job and it's opened that door for you. And once you open that door, I think this is where you can get rid of all those woes and worries, because you know where you're going and you know what you want. And you can really go after it. But you just need to be a little bit wary not to try and go faster than the music, basically, more than anything else. Strike while the iron's hot, but the iron needs to be in place. And that's where you've got the Ten of Swords. This is a very progressional sort of pathway here. It doesn't look good on the cards, actually, because you've got the Nine of Swords, but at the top you get the Ten of Swords. I think this is where, because you've got that Devil card that is in the middle, and you may be dealing a lot with Capricorns, because that's a Capricorn energy as well. Once you realize that you may be creating illusions for yourself sometimes, and you can get rid of those illusions, that's when you can really motor on. And the reason you get rid of those illusions is with a connection with someone on the outside. So it's a coincidence where you meet someone and you may not know them forever, but they may just tell you something that sort of like, you meet someone at a dinner party and they're selling wine, and you run a bar and they sort of like, in a cafe or a restaurant, and they sort of say, oh yeah, this wine here has had a really bad wine this year and everything like that. And that helps you to be a lot more precise within your business. And you may never see that person again, but they've given you a real good information about how to really go forward in your career path. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card. Now, this is like what's happening, how the influences of the outside world is affecting your influences from your interior. On your relationships side, you're going after the Star card. You've got the Star card now, and you've also got the Sun as well. There's a lot of happiness, and I think you're putting a lot of faith, or you should be putting a lot of faith in your happiness. Therefore, you will see the chaff from the wheat in regards to relationships that are around you that are not worth getting involved with more than anything else. Look at that. With the Sun card, you get the Strength card. Absolutely brilliant. Stay true and, stay true to your values of what makes you happy. As I said, the idea of emotionally, this is what I want to live. How do I actually put that into action? But staying true to that initial emotionally, how I want to live, is really important. Look at this. With the Lovers, you get, with the connection from the universe, you get the Moon card again. Scorpio energy. So it could well be a Scorpio that you're connecting with, because you've got Scorpio, because you've got the Moon card twice now around you. But here is I think it's a bit of a surprise, actually, because you might have gone through some difficult times in the past, and there's this sort of like surprise connection with the world around you. And it could be you with your higher self, but it could be with another person, as I said, Scorpio, something like that. That puts pay to everything in the past. And you get the sunshine again coming up on this relationship side, because you're moving away from difficult times and going towards happy times, because you should be concentrating on your happiness. It's on your karmic path. When you do concentrate on that, that's when you get the good results. With the King of Swords, you get the Nine of Cups. With these wisdom and the judgment that you make over a situation, over your relationships, and this could be family, friends, and community as well, with anyone that is around you, once you make that clear decision in life, all of a sudden you're going to be able to open the door to multitudes of happiness. And as I said, having clarity within what you want to experience emotionally and how you put it into action will open lots and lots of doors, because that Nine of Cups comes with that Ten of Cups. And look at that. Look at that. This is a really blistering reading on your behalf in regards to love. Oh my word, look, there's just so many cards. How do I get them all out there? You know, it's just absolutely brilliant for you, Pisces. Absolutely brilliant. It's looking amazing for you if you really do start applying yourself. And this is where not all that glitters is gold. You will be able to see the true love within your life and dispel any sort of illusions about love. And I think that's what you're driving for within your relationship this week, or you should be driving for within this relationship this week. And it will give you enormous amounts of sort of advances within your life. Let's just see what's going on here. Three of Pentacles. This is what I was talking about. This is on the overall energies. This comes in with the Devil, seeing the Devil for the detail. Three of Pentacles is all about good quality work that you've done, but also combining it with good quality work with others. Once you recognize the good quality work within you, and this is where I think you've got to streamline things and be very, very precise of your timing in life, of how you go after opportunities. Once you do that, I think you're going to have people around you that is going to bring you in the good stuff. Yeah, it's time to stop worrying about it and go ahead and do it, I think. More than anything else, strike while the iron's hot. You get, with the Nine of Swords, you get the Knight of Wands, being very passionate about life, and that's that cardinal fire that comes in from Aries that is driving your passions in your financial world. With the Moon card, you get the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is all about playing smart in your connections and your networking skills, and how you connect and take on information from the world around you. There is some real nuggets of gold for you, which is going to help you to advance on your projects and your business. So be very, very attentive to the things that are being said around you and the connections that you have with other people. And you have the Lovers card again. Twice you've got the Lovers card, which is absolutely beautiful. Twice you've got the Sun card as well. Absolutely beautiful. And this is about your sort of past. So you know what you don't want and you know what you do want. And this is where you need to, fall in love with, okay, something that might not have worked in the past, but because you're getting into alignment with yourself, and this is all to do with timing of how you engage in the world. Once you get into that timing and falling in line with yourself, that's when you get the results. And then out the top of the future, look at that. Queen of Pentacles with the King of Cups. Water and earth is so brilliant for you. And this is where you get the cardinal earth coming through you here with your mutable water. It makes for very, very fertile ground. This is a great opportunity that brings in not just wealth and financial rewards, but also brings in satisfaction, completion, feeling completely at one with what you're doing, and helps you to give a focal point for your driving passions in your life. And yes, it's all about playing with your passions as well, as I said earlier on. And this is where something is dead, done, and dusted. And I think in the future here, it's like striking while the iron's hot is going to take you away from and complicated situations that causes you stress and strains, and allowing you to really go off on a mission. So you've got the Knight of Wands at the base with the Nine of Swords, and now you've got the Page of Wands with the Ten of Swords at the top. And this is where you're sort of realizing that the way of, you might realize this week, the way in which you've been approaching your career path or your job or your business needs to be slightly reevaluated, so it actually starts working for you in multitudes of ways, not just on a financial front, but also morally, emotionally, with your passions, everything. So there you go, Pisces. Thanking you very much for being here. Really do appreciate all the support you show this channel for the YouTube system. Hope you like the new format that we're doing here. We're trying to give a real complete reading, as it were. If you want to know more about the sun, the energies, and how that connects to you, please do go and see our energy updates. If you want a personal reading with myself, a half-an-hour personal reading, there is a link in the description below. You can just click on that and book up a reading with me, which is the same reading that you will see here in front of you. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.